Welcome back, we're in the next season and we're getting our farms up and running. We've got full fields here now in our fourth farm and we're ploughing our other two. This one in the middle's fallow. Oh, but we've got loads of workers there, let's take them away. Let's add them over here. Hopefully they'll go there. Let's go on full speed ahead. We got fishermen. Yeah, we're trying. Game froze there a little bit. So let's get all of our workers back over to the farming production. Let's get rid of some of these warehouse workers. We've got our warehouse full there. Full firewood, full wood, bit of iron in there as well. We recently bought some more. Other things, families settling into town. So we've got a bit of a gap here that we can put some, maybe a market square in actually. I think, just thinking to myself actually, but if I said to myself we would do this settlement again, I probably would have bit more of a space in the middle of there, and have the market stalls more in the middle. But actually, we could rearrange them because we've got quite a large thoroughfare there in the middle. We could have, oh, that would be pretty cool. We could just have market stalls going through in the middle there. Oh, that might be nice. And we certainly could up here because this is a much bigger thoroughfare. But we are leaving this big gap here as well, so that's great. That gives us options. Doing some ploughing up here. So we've got some labourers there. 3 labourers. Ooh, oh no, that's fallow. Yep, so we'll get rid of that worker. And then, we've got some labourers here. We don't have full workers. This farm, we put the option of just hiring women, so we'll put that back to full, so we don't forget what we've done. Another house. Really going for the construction here. We've got loads of men on construction. Let's bring that down to 3. But we were really driving away there. And this is our challenge now. We've got 119 residents. That's incredible. So we've just probably added another 20 in the last season or 2 to give them some financial help. We've got someone working in the slaughterhouse and we are slaughtering quite a lot of stuff. We've got 20 there, 20 cows in that shed, 20 there, 20 there, and 20 here. All of our cow sheds have 20 cows in them. That's incredible. So our slaughterhouse will be working quite hard now, and that means we'll be producing quite a lot of leather in our tannery. So we've got lots of hides going in. And just remember, in the tannery it uses up a huge amount of water. How are our pigs doing? We've got our 2 workers there and we're maintaining a good level of water and food, which I'm happy with. And the chickens, they just pretty much look after themselves. They don't take as much food as the pigs, and they're producing their eggs. Pretty cool. It may be that we could start to stockpile milk at a certain point if we're producing too much. We've got a 1.45 there, 0.1, 0.1, 2.55 there. Building another cow shed. Once the cow shed's built, they'll be going on to the next run of houses. So let's do another run of houses at the top here as well. Really driving through expansion. And pressing down that shift key to lay down multiple houses. Oh, trader! Let's check out what they're offering. Be nice. Another 2 more. 1, 2. That sort of completes the top and bottom row there. We could put a bit of decoration in between, work something out. Then we'll have a huge amount of housing and an enormous expansion. We could even do some more farms up here, and then spread out to here with some more housing. Might need to, look, our trees are going down, so we might need to plant a few more trees. They're offering live chickens, honey, metal parts. Let's take some honey because we've got plenty of money. 5 honey for 50, and that will bring us down to a balance of about 500. And they're after sunflowers, but we're turning those into oil. That's our preference. Salt, we've got 5.6, so we're getting through the salt. 6 lime. Lime and salt we need more of. We've got 2 hides. 3.2 beef, that's pretty cool. Okay, iron, we've got 1.64, so we need more iron, salt and lime. And I think I'm going to set up some more market stalls up here and potentially rearrange some of these market stalls to go through the middle to see if that's possible, to see if that works. That might be a pretty cool thing to do. I wonder if they could just sort of face this way. You know how you go down some crowded streets and can barely walk past the market stalls? Maybe we could do that sort of feel down the middle. We'll see. We'll see. 4 full cow sheds, which is incredible, really. We've got 4 beef there, so we're really, I mean, we're going to have loads of beef to trade, and hides, and 3 farms working, so we should have plenty of food this year. And actually, what we can do, we did lose a couple of ox. Let's just see if we can turn some bulls into ox. Where are we looking? We've got plenty of here, and these are the oldest ones, so we'll turn those into ox, and we've set our supply in this farm. So yeah, we've got water and hay supply for ox, and yet hopefully the ox will go over to this farm now. That's what we'll be waiting for. I think it should happen automatically, or I may need to drag them over actually. Let's have a think. So ox, drag them over to the farm. Yes. Okay, so when you initially order a plough, it'll do it automatically if you've got ox somewhere else. But if you've just got a plough there and no ox, you do need to drag them over, for example, if they died. But it wasn't my fault, honest. So what we... trader. They're demanding sunflower and sunflower oil, offering hemp and metal parts. We don't need hemp or metal parts, we're growing our own, thank you very much. Don't really have many sunflowers, I don't think. What we're doing in each farm is we've got 2 of each crop, each food crop, so 2 buckwheat, 2 wheat and 2 potato on rotation, so we'll have that every time, and then 1 hemp and 1 sunflower field, and we'll have that times 3, so we'll have 3 fields of each crop. Pretty much, except for maybe this farm with 1 short. We'll empty out that hay dryer. Yeah, we really do want to make that empty. And we'll move it, and then we'll put another field in there to make it a full farm. And we'll have 3 farms working at any one time, and 1 farm will be fallow, so we're on a 4-farm rotation. And each of the farms will be working on a 3 crop rotation within their fields. On the 4th year it'll be fallow because we're ploughing. Next year this farm will start ploughing. Full workers there. Just check our worker situation. Full workers in each farm. Full workers in the fishing dock, but we've got fishing boats that need repair, so we've lost out on a bit of fish. And actually, as we're expanding so much now, we will need to build another fishing dock. So we'll do that. We'll put it up here. The end where there's space. Here we go. And once we get the new cow shed, yeah, they're building that. That's nearly finished, so we can put the pasture out, and we can probably fill that up quite quickly because we've got so much beef. 6.2 beef, 6 hides. That's incredible. Okay, let's go over to our tannery and increase the batch size to 5. Yeah, we've completed our cow shed, so I'm going to add a pasture in front of it. Doesn't really matter what size it is. In fact, if anything, the smaller the better for now. There's no benefit to having a bigger field that I can see. We'll get a worker in there and we'll get the supply up and running. We've got our hay dryers there on the side, and we could do with another couple of hay barracks. We'll do that. Get that facing front. I think 1, 2, and we can have 1 in the middle to be shared, or just 1 in the middle on either side maybe. People can still get through in the middle. And we'll have some hay drying. Here we go, on this side. 1, 2, 3. We'll just have them going up the side. And yeah, we could potentially have some more cow sheds or some houses, or who knows. I mean, we've got a good cow area here. This is where our graveyard is down there. and trader. They're demanding sunflower and sallow. No, and offering chickens. We don't really need any of that. Right, this is empty. Oh, what does this mean? Emptying completed of the hay dryer. So we can demolish that now, and that just auto demolishes. We can get our field up and running here, which is great. That sort of completes our farm. And I'll set up the crop rotation on that. They'll probably try and plant that. Actually, we're halfway through the year, but we'll see if they can do it. They might get something out of it. Put a hay dryer up here, just there. We only need one hay dryer and one hay barrack per farm, because they've only got to keep a couple of oxen alive. No big deal. Here we go. Let's add another field for our forestry, just so we don't run out of wood, which it looks like they almost are. Doesn't look like they've replanted the fields yet, so I'll just see if they have actually all occupied. Places occupied. I've done it too close to the other field's entranceway, so you need to make sure you don't block off their entrance. There we go, there's another field. They'll plant that. This field, all trees planted, and it's empty. It looks empty to me, although there's one tree there at the entrance. So, okay. It's only giving you the option to demolish the field. It's not just giving you the option to replant it, which is strange. But we'll replant that tree by literally rebuilding it. Yeah, we're in the way of that entranceway there. The entranceway to these place occupied. The entranceway to these fields is a lot bigger than the farms, so I've got to give them a bit more space. There we go. There's another one planted, and we'll demolish that and get another one planted as well. That'll give them plenty of trees. Too short. There we go. More houses going up there. Need a bit of financial assistance there. Struggling with the balancing, but we're doing all right. Let's move some cows over to our new cow shed. We'll probably leave... No, well, we've got 20 in there, so we'll do a cow and a bull from each one. And we should have water... Yeah, we've got water there. We'll just bump up the supplies to 5. That's the max you can hold for hay and water, or the maximum they would probably recommend. And have we got... Yeah, we've got a well there, but we haven't built another well for this. Quite like each cow shed to have its own well. Probably don't need it, but it just really guarantees supply. Just don't want anything possible happening to these cows, but they're relatively easy to look after. Just moving over another cow and a bull from there, and another cow and another bull from here, so 6 so far. And then final shed, we'll do a cow and a bull. There we go. We've done a cow and a bull for each of the 4 sheds, so we've got 8 in there now. That will be still some relocating. And the expansion's going well, and we've got loads of beef. 11 beef, 10 hides. That's incredible. Let's have the max number of... Oh wow, look at, they've got 38 water there. That's insane. Okay. Oh, right, we need to be really careful of our pigs now. I had no idea the tanning process would take up so much water. Our wells are pretty empty nearby. The bigger the batch, the more water it takes. So far for 5, the batch size of 5, they're over 40 water. When we were doing a batch size of 2, I think it was 20. I think it may be 10 water for each point in the batch size, so I think they'll be getting 50 water there, which is incredible. We need... Do you know what? A tannery, it's best to put a tannery by the water and to produce a platform, because there's unlimited water on the platform. It may be worth just experimenting with that and moving the tannery. Demanding buckwheat, dried fish and sunflower, and they're offering live chickens, hemp and wheat. I'll just see if we've got loads of buckwheat. You never know, we could do a trade. Buckwheat we've got 50 of. We could sell them 20 buckwheat. If we can get it there in time. 20 buckwheat. If we enable labour by cart, we'll do this buckwheat trade and see if we can get it there in time. We'll do 20 and we'll get 200 because we want to keep the money coming in. We don't want that to dry up. We've got 10 shoes for sale, no sunflower oil, but then we were employing 2 in the oil workshop, making loads of clothes for our citizens. You know, when you click on a citizen, it would be nice if you could see what clothes they're wearing if you've sold them to them. That would be nice to see, because the clothes just kind of disappear and you don't really see anything from it. Got our boat builder repairing the boats, that's great, and we've got a full fisherman, and we're building another fishing dock. And here we've got our 8 transplanted cows, so we'll have 5 cow sheds, and we'll probably not put any more over yet. We'll just let these sheds bust out production and produce loads of stuff. We've got so much meat coming out now, it's incredible. But that's the really early and long-term investment that we did. More village houses being completed up here. We've got a bit of a village square going on up here. Oh, we're harvesting. Oh god, we're in October already. So how are we doing? We've not got many labourers. Let's get rid of the labourer by hand. We need to think about replacing that tannery or just moving it somewhere more local. So, okay, we could get rid of our tailors and our clothing people. 125 citizens, and we're still struggling to fill up the labour positions. Oh, there we go. That farm's got loads of labourers now. I mean, we don't really have many people elsewhere. We've got probably way too many in the forestry. Let's get rid of them. And we'll keep the full fisherman. Right, so they're offering cow, pig, iron. We'll take iron. And we'll take... Ooh, if we go for 10, it's 120. Big investment, but it'll keep us sorted for a while. We'll go for that. They're offering honey and charcoal. They're demanding sunflower and clothes. Now, if we can get our clothes production up a bit, we might be able to start storing clothes. That'll be a bit of a goal. We're running pretty low on salt and lime, and I've just seen our labourers. Yeah, they're really... We're putting in buckwheat and we're taking out buckwheat, so we're just about getting some buckwheat in for the trade. I don't know how many we're going to do, but I think our money went up a bit. Good to have a trading history. Is there a trading history? I don't know if the last trade completed or not. If we were successful. But I know our money went up a bit. Buckwheat. Hover over buckwheat 42. I know we had 50, but we are harvesting as well. So it's a bit unclear how the trade went. It'd be good to know a bit of a trading log. Oh, I think there might be on the world map. There we go. Importing iron. Yeah, but it doesn't tell us about the last trade. I think that was just a live feed. We've got the 5 workers at least anyway in the farms, bringing it in. We know we're going to struggle anyway, because first time we've got 3 farms on the go. So even if we don't bring in the full harvest, we're still trying to bring in as much harvest as we can in 3 farms as opposed to 2. Cows have gone in early November, and we're getting into late November now, and soon we won't be able to bring in any more harvest. But we've got buckwheat coming in. How much wheat have we got? We've got 126 wheat we've got, would you believe it? So we need to build another windmill. 10 beef. Okay, so we're doing really well on wheat. We've got 58 potatoes, which is great, and we've got 42 buckwheat. So, I mean, we've got 17 flour as well, I just saw. An enormous amount of wheat. I wonder if it's worth building another windmill or just maintaining this windmill at full capacity. There we go. Labourers just bringing in the last of maybe a wheat harvest, because the wheat kind of stays there if it was semi-prepared. Let's get rid of all our summer workers. Give that farm a worker, just in case they need to do anything. Always leave like one worker in a farm, because sometimes there's like a harvest to process. Like there, maybe, I don't know. There we go, last of their harvesting as well. And of course the one worker left can top up the water and the hay and look after the animals. Can't fish in winter, so let's get rid of them. Get rid of our boat builder. Let's go back onto full forestry and full builders. Whoops. And we're going on full production of hemp and full production of clothing. We'll get someone in the oil workshop. We must have produced some sunflower, surely. Or did we not get round to harvesting it? May not have got round to harvesting it, yeah. So it's probably the last thing they try and harvest and the last thing they sow, because it's on the bottom of the field list. So that's a shame. But it's good that we're prioritising to a certain extent the essentials. We need salt and we need lime, so I'm going to send out someone to our nearest and dearest neighbour, and if they don't have anything, we'll go beyond them. How are our carts working? Carts are looking fine. Let's get some people in these warehouses. One person in the firewood warehouse and two people in the wood and the iron warehouse. We'll get the iron put away from the trading post that we just traded for. And yeah, looking good. So 5 cow sheds now. Here we go. What are they after? They're after flour, which we do have quite a lot of. Let's add some flour to our trading post. Let's do 10 for now, because we've got so many tons of wheat. It's ridiculous. So flour, let's sell 10 flour, and it's 150, so that's a good deal. It's a deal, it's a steal. Sale of the century. What else were they after? They're offering charcoal, honey, buckwheat, iron, pig and cow. We don't really need any of those. I would take lime and I would take salt. Let's go to our second cheapest neighbour. We don't always go over there, but we've got enough money for now. 129 people in our village as a new family settles into town. And we're really driving through the building because we've gone max builders. And we've gone max production on clothing, which we're starting to do, so we can start to store clothes in our trading post. Let's do 5 for now, because we want to sell some locally as well to our people. Okay, looking good. So we're starting to build things into our trading post. Doesn't look like we've traded charcoal or metal parts for a while. There may be more valuable finished goods that we can do. We've got 10 shoes. 10 shoes, pretty amazing. We've started the tanning process there. What I might do is build a new tannery down by the lake. In fact, if we build it down by here, it'll be nice and close to the cows, and then we can build a water platform, and for the enormous amount of water a tannery takes, we can then offset any sort of problems we'll have with any other industry. And it's really until you start doing much higher quantities of stuff in this game that you keep coming across problems. So you don't just finish the game when you've built one of everything. It's evolving, and we're learning all the different complications that can come up. and we're winning. We are building an incredible town. I would say we can argue it's now a town, another family settling in. Now a town, and not really a village. So happy days, really happy with that. Just need to keep checking in on that pigsty. Yeah, I think since we put it down to 15 as the capacity instead of 20, I think that was a good move. Maybe, I wonder if it would be an idea to have another pigsty and just have them both at a capacity of 10. That way we're upping our capacity from 15 to 20, but we're not, we're not endangering any of our livestock. 9.1 beef, so they... Oh, Lesia has died of old age. I think that's our third death, but we can have a look in a minute. Let's have a look at our finished goods. We've got 10 hides, we've got 9.1 beef, and of course the 9.1 beef has gone down from like 11 because they're not producing in the winter. They only produce in the spring, summer. 4.6 milk. So we're getting through the milk, but it's slowly building. 37 thatch. We haven't had anyone in the thatchery for a while, so let's put someone in. Thatch is running a bit low. Shows you how big the quantities we built them up to. I'm going to put some market stalls in the middle here. See if that's a thing, see if that works. Right, so we won't be able to put them opposite where the entranceways are for the houses, but yeah, we can put one there. Okay, we'll try that. That way people have shorter distance to walk, and we'll gradually relocate the market stalls from the outside of town into the centre of town. And for now, folks, we're going to give these guys financial help, and we are going to end this episode on a high. So we've got our 4 farms in production. We're building a massive extension to the town, and we're going to see where we go up from there, and we're just going to try and max out production on everything, and entering the spring, so worker migration will begin. Thank you for watching. See you soon.